Hi, I'm Alan Gordon, and welcome to the first video in the series that goes along with the book, The Big Book of Sales. Here's our website, bigbookofsales.com. You can go to the website, you can download the book for free. I won't waste your time here, but I actually explain on the website why I give this book away for free. I'm going to put a link, I think up here, that will link to our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It actually helps our rankings on YouTube and how our videos are presented. So thank you very much for doing that. I'm glad you're at the first video because I know a lot of people are watching the videos out of sequence. I'm really glad you're here at this video because here is where I'm going to explain a concept, an idea that will raise your level of sales to a new level. For me personally, it took me from being a very good salesman who makes quite a nice living to really having a control and an understanding of the sales process. Here's the idea. I'm going to give you the analogy, then I'm going to share the idea directly. There's a saying where they say selling is like fishing. And the way that's been explained to me is the more hooks you put into the water, the more fish you're going to catch. Well, it seems pretty obvious that that's true. The more phone calls you make, the more presentations, the more visits, the more quotes you put out, the more activity, the more you're going to sell. That's pretty obvious. But I'm going to explain that analogy in a completely different way because the truth is selling really is like fishing. Now, I'm a terrible fisherman, so when I go out to fish, I could spend 6 hours on the lake. I would not catch anything. They'd basically steal my bait. Maybe I'd get some nibbles, but I almost certainly would not catch any fish. Now, one day, on a lazy Saturday or Sunday afternoon a couple of years ago, I was watching a show about professional fishermen. Now, why? I don't know. I don't fish, but I was fascinated by this concept that a professional fisherman could drive his boat out on the lake, drop a line in the water, and within 2 or 3 minutes, he's bringing a fish on board. Now, I realize, of course, there's some video editing there, but the truth is, I can't catch fish. I'm an amateur. He's a professional. He can catch fish all day. So what's the major difference between me using the exact same equipment, the same boat, the same rod and reel, the same lures? Why can I catch nothing and he can catch fish? And here's the reason why. When I fish, I see the surface of the lake. I look down in the water and it's just dark and murky. I don't know what's going on under there. So to me, I might as well drop my line here as in any other part of the lake. If I can catch fish here, I can catch them anywhere. The professional has a totally different understanding of fishing. He doesn't see the surface of the lake. He has a complete understanding of the fish population. He understands how the species interact. He understands the terrain on the bottom of the lake. He understands what they eat, how they actually dig their little burrows in the bottom of the sand and defend their territory. He understands how they attack their bait. He understands how they interact with each other. He understands the time of day, the cloud cover, the angle of the sun, the temperature. A professional fisherman understands fishing in a way that I could never possibly understand it, even though we're using the exact same tools. Now, here's what's interesting. We salespeople, we have our own tools. The cold call, the needs development, the presentation, the handling objections, the close. These are our tools. And all of us as salespeople, this is what we're taught in classes. This is the books we read. We learn how to use the tools. But we're fishing, we're selling at the top of the lake. Here's the key. To become a master in the art of sales, you need to not only be an expert at using the tools, but you need to understand how customers behave. Not just how they behave, but how the words that they say represent their psychological process. You see, customers are going through a psychological process, whether we understand it or not. And what they say gives us clues to where they're at in the process. Are they leaning towards us and are they interested? Or are they leaning away from us and have doubts and concerns? A master salesman understands not only the tools, but customer psychology. And here's the main point. He has the ability to adapt in real time based on how the customer is behaving. He now can pull out the right tool at the right moment with the right question and really master the game. Okay? So if you can combine an expert use of sales technique with an expert understanding of customer behavior and adapt and learn to understand how this customer behavior calls for this tool, not that tool, if you can bring all of that together, then you, sir or madam, are truly a professional salesperson. And raising your game is where we should all be striving. So that's it for this video. The book is The Big Book of Sales. It's yours for free. This is the website, bigbookofsales.com. It's the only place you can get it. Download it for free. And hey, please keep in touch with me. I have my contact information after the video. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It would be really appreciated. Okay? Hey, I love selling. Sales is a great profession. I want you to enjoy your profession, but give your best effort on every call. Thanks so much.